The parts of speech in 3, 2. Most people have heard of the 8 parts of speech: nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. But in modern English, we really have to add the article as a 9th part of speech. This is because the original 8 parts of speech were formulated for Latin during the early Middle Ages and not for English at all. What makes something a part of speech is not so much what kind of word it is, but more how it's used. Take nouns, for example. Most people define nouns as a word that refers to a person, place, or a thing. But it's better to define a noun as any word that can be used as a subject, an object, or to show possession. These different uses are what are referred to as cases, as in this case, the cat eats the mouse. But in this case, the cat is eaten by the mouse. In the first case, cat is the subject of the verb eats, while in the second, it's the object. Cat can also serve to show possession by adding an apostrophe s, in which case it shows whose mouse is getting eaten. These uses of the noun are what set it apart from all the other parts of speech, each of which has its own specific use in how we construct meaning with language. Verbs express action and always take a subject. Many verbs can take an object, but don't necessarily have to. In their natural state, they will communicate when the action took place. This is called its tense, and can provide other useful information, such as how many subjects were performing the action. But that's getting into it a little much. Suffice it to say that there are 2 forms of verbs: simple verbs and complex or periphrastic verbs. Simple verbs are a single word carrying information about a specific action, while periphrastic verbs use all kinds of other words to formulate a more complex verbal idea. From here it gets simpler. Articles provide specificity for nouns, as in the cat, a mouse, and this dog. Adjectives are words that qualify nouns such as the big mouse or the sneaky cat. Adverbs originally modified verbs, as in I'll go quickly or later, but many can just modify other words, as in the very big mouse. Pronouns are set words like he, she, and it that are used to kind of stand in for nouns. Prepositions like over, on, through, and after communicate relative location in time or place. Conjunctions like and, but, and or connect any 2 words, so long as they are the same part of speech, as in the dog ate the cat and the mouse. He then burped and wished he hadn't before rushing to the door and out into the yard. Finally, interjections are words that express pure emotion, as in, whoa, that went quickly. Dude, I wish I had more time. Incidentally, the custom of categorizing words into parts of speech goes at least as far back as Aristotle, but we're not going to worry about that because it was Aelius Donatus Grammaticus' version of them that became popular. Grammarians have been arguing over how many parts of speech there should be. Aristotle only really identified 3, and it was really the spread of Christianity that disseminated Donatus' 8 parts of speech during the 5th and 6th centuries. You know, when you're working with the 8 parts of speech, or 9 in this case, it's really a matter of getting used to describing how words are used. English has become really, really simple, so I wouldn't worry too much about it because we'll get into the ins and outs of it more in other videos.